All right, guys, welcome back to Marlins 9. Today I'm joined on the podcast with the real Akon himself, Alex Contreras. Alex, how you doing, man?
Hey man, thanks for having me on. Excited to be here. Not excited
Yeah.
about the circumstances given the Marlins, but I'm excited to crack a beer open here and talk some baseball. Marlins 9. Thanks
Yeah,
for
it's
having me.
gonna be a good episode. I'm glad to have you on. Um, first off, I want to say this episode is sponsored by Fairlife. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. Well, one day maybe. Yeah. So this season is like so far. I don't think it could get any worse. 6-19. You haven't scored in 20 innings. You got shut out by the Braves both like first two games of the series. Like, if you could give me one word to just describe this season, what would it be?
Dumb shocking. Dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded. That's really what it is. Dumbfounded is the word. I'll never forget, when you everybody went to school, right? When you're remembering big words, you're learning big words. And I remember the first time I heard the word dumbfounded. And I was like, damn, it sounds like you sound dumbfounded as hell, right? I don't know if you can cuss here or not, but like that's it's exactly what the Marlins have been dumbfounding. It's shocking to see them be so bad. Like, Jesus, I've been around for a lot of the season. I've seen them win two World Series, in '97. I'll never forget it. That's when they stole my heart. I jumped on the bandwagon. But little did I know, man, these guys are real heartbreakers, man. I've been through so many ups and downs, rebuilds and everything. But this was kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been around the game, I've seen it, I've come and gone. Like I'm too old to you can't sugarcoat it. I know what's going on when it's going on, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it's kind of funny to see like shout out to young Ryan, the up and coming inspiring reporter journalist on Marlins Nation. They broke him. You got this young boy. He's not even a teenager yet. He's already broke. He's a blow it up. Trade
Yeah.
this guy, trade the other guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I can understand it. You know what I'm saying? The great major league movie that a frustrated fan that wants to turn it into a parking lot. You riding bums. You overpaid waiters. You know what I'm saying? Wild thing. You made my butt sting. In this case, Jazz. But geez, man, like we're just also frustrated because we love the game of baseball. We love the Marlins, and damn,
I mean,
damn.
dude, like I've seen the Marlins I mean, lose almost every year that I've been a fan. I started following baseball like since I was a kid, I was always like an NFL guy, football guy since I was a little kid, and then I started getting into baseball around I'd say 12 years old. Had no idea what I was doing. And I tell this story watching the Marlins play the Mariners. I see Giancarlo hit that walk-off grand slam. For whatever reason, my dumbass decided to pick this team. And like I was listening to the radio, watching every game I could. I'm like 12, 13 years old, and it just got worse and worse. And then like, I mean, you're a diehard. You can't stop liking this team and loving this team. And then you come into 2023, you make the playoffs, and like I'm like, dude, we're actually in the playoffs. Like, what the heck? Let's run it back. 2024, here we go. And I'm starting to record the podcast 2 times a week at this point. Like I'm like taking this shit seriously, and all of a sudden it's just 0-9, 1-11, all hope stripped away. I think that's the main thing for me as a fan is I could have I could have handled the Marlins losing, having another losing season. I could have handled them, making it to the deadline, making a couple moves and not missing out on the postseason. But literally to be out of the race the second week of April, it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame.
I feel like it's a lack of leadership, on all sense of levels. I'm not talking about just the clubhouse. I'm talking about the front office. I'm talking about the ownership. You know, I know people talk about, hey, this is Peter Bendick's first year. We got to give him some time. You know what I'm saying? And then like with Kim, we had to give Kim some time to let her gel and do her thing, right? Because
Right.
she had Jeter on her neck, breathing down her neck, and all of a sudden, like when she got a little bit of room, she started to like flourish a little bit, besides the track record of signings or trades. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, she might have done good, she might have done bad. She did what she did for this organization. And I felt like a lot of us, myself included, there was a point where it's like, all right, we're pressuring her because we want her to do stuff, Kim. And she finally started making moves. And when she started making moves, all right, things panned out. things worked great. Nobody in their in their mind was going to think that the Miami Marlins last year were going to make it to the playoffs, but then they went on this crazy major league setting record of winning one-run ball games. Is that going to happen again this year? It's hard to strike the iron twice. And clearly we've seen it. Everybody said it. We need offense. We need offense. We need offense. We don't have enough offense. People were mad. We didn't re-sign Soler. I'm not saying maybe sign Soler, don't sign Soler, but invest the money, man. We only spent $5 million. We got Brujan, Vidal Brujan, another guy. We're recycling Rays players. And I get the idea of, we kind of want to model the Rays model to build championships, but the thing is that the Rays never won a championship.
Exactly.
They've never won a
Exactly.
championship. They don't know what it is like. So it's kind of crazy for the big brother trying to be like the little brother, but the little brother's never overtop the big brother. Like it's like Peyton Manning telling Eli, I want to be like you, Eli, but I never won it. Now, once Eli won it, you know what I'm saying? Then Eli, all right, he can sit at the big boy table and we can have this conversation.
Right.
What do you think we should do? But now it's just like Sherman came here and said, I'm here to build a winner and we'll spend money and we'll allot the money when we need to. But it's just been yada, 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 yada. It's always just talking. They know how to sweet talk our ear. You know what I'm saying? Craig Mish, the great, the GOAT, interviewed Peter Bendix the other day, asking him some hard questions. And he's like he's a typical political person.
It's like a politician.
Yeah, he doesn't. There's no wrong answer. We're doing our best thing in the organization, looking forward, and all options are on the table, and yada yada yada. But they don't do shit. They don't care. They don't care about the bums sleeping on the streets. They don't care about the fans spending their hard-earned money to go out to the stadium and support this team. You know what I'm saying? Like people like me, I'm not the only person. I'm sure you're one of them. You go to the ball game because you enjoy the game. You go there to relax. Now you can't even relax and sit and watch the baseball game. Before it used to be like a yoga game. Right? It'd be like 3, 4, 5 hour games. So what? Whatever. Right? Now the new generation came in. Oh, it's just too slow. We got to fasten it up. Now it's like 15 seconds. Bah, bah. You can't even get a beer because by the time I come back, shit, it's the 7th inning stretch. It's like, geez, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Before,
right.
you can't even the 999 challenge is like out the window. You can't have 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, and 9 everything. And what? What are you kidding me? Like 9 bananas?
So I was actually at a minor league game yesterday. And it was the Fayetteville Woodpeckers because I'm stationed out here in North Carolina, and they were playing some other team. It's single A, stadium's tiny, but it's awesome. I'm sitting right behind home plate, and there's a guy to my right, and he's doing the 999 challenge. He's like 9 beers. I'm like, what is that? He's like, oh, it's 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings. And this dude he's hammered by the end of the game. Like he says he did it. So, shout out to him. But I mean, going back to the Marlins, like it just comes a point. You talked about the Rays. You're trying to emulate the Rays. That's the whole Peter Bendix, this analytics, mentality that's been going on. You just have to wonder if it works. Does it even work? Like you said it, the Rays haven't won. They haven't won. They've been struggling to win. They let their best players walk all the time. Look at Glass now. I mean, now he's tearing it up with the Dodgers. Like time and time again, yeah, they compete, but you also shouldn't try to emulate a team that, can't build it consistently, because you have like guys like that, teams like the Astros or the Orioles, who I believe have done rebuilds the correct way. The Astros were awful for 3-4 straight years. They became one of the baseball powerhouses. Look at the Baltimore Orioles just like 3 years ago. They're losing 100 games. Now they won 100 games. I can't imagine the Marlins winning 100 games. Like it doesn't like click in my head, because I've never seen this team be anything more than mediocre at best. The best record I've ever seen is 84 wins. Like your entire time period as a organization. Yeah, you won 2 world championships. That's 20 years ago. You're telling me in 20 years you can't make the playoffs more than once? I'm not even counting the COVID season. There's something inherently wrong with this organization, the way they do things. And it's got to change, because the fans deserve better. We all love this team. We care about this team, but right now it's becoming borderline unwatchable. Like it's just unwatchable. I checked the score because I'm sitting actually enjoying a real life baseball game. I'm having a great time. And I checked the score, and it's the sixth inning, and it's 2-0, 5-0. Atlanta's winning. We have 2 hits. I'm like, this is pointless. It's pathetic. It's just I don't know where you really go from here because I mean, as a fan, if you were kind of in charge of this organization, I kind of want to hear your thoughts. As if you were in Peter Bendix's shoes or ownership's shoes, what would your kind of first steps of action be?
Well, let me open beer number 2 for the 999 challenge. Listen, man, it's not easy, but as a fan, for somebody that's been here from the very beginning, right? And my family moved to Miami in 1992 when the Marlins got brought into existence, and so there's a deep ass connection to the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love them, and I'm always gonna rock with them. But I think the first and foremost, this fan base wants communication. Like any other relationship you have, you need communication, bro. This is working. This is not working. This bothered me. This, you know what I'm saying? This is the route. This is not the route. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? It's like we're living in a dictatorship. We have no say. Take our money, and we're gonna fuck you, and you're gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it really feels. Like if the ownership had the balls, really, to come out and say, hey, listen, this is not the core. We're gonna blow it up. Fans gonna be pissed. The media is gonna you know what I'm saying, revolt, and rightfully so. But you're sending out a clear message.
Yeah.
What was the whole problem in the offseason? We're signing somebody. We're not signing somebody. The offseason is supposed to be like the best time of the year for like fans. You think, damn, well, it's Christmas Day. Damn, we
Hot
just
stove
signed.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot stove. Damn, we just signed so and so. You're telling me
Nothing.
like Tim Anderson? Like I've been talking about Tim. Let's go get Tim Anderson. Needs to change the scenery for the past 2 years, year and a half. I've been saying this. Excuse me. But like we like the typical Marlins moves, the moves they gotta make, they don't move, and then by the time they do make a move, it's too late. So you tell me, like, if you could just be transparent and talk to the fan base and tell them, listen, this is the route, this is not the route. Just be transparent with us, bro. We've been through a shitload of fire sales. We've been through it all, and that's why like this relationship between the fan base and the franchise, we're walking on eggshells. We can't trust anything that we say because last year nobody was expecting us to go to the playoffs. But, oh shit, we made the playoffs, and you're thinking, all right, I got the fan base, someone, the city back in my corner again. Let me do something to get them riled up. Even though I might come into 2024 thinking we're not gonna win shit, right? But let me
Right.
do something so that the fan base feels something,
Yeah,
right?
at that point you kind of have to. You made the playoffs. You owe it to the fans to try to reinvest back into that team, to improve that team.
1,000%. And like there might be some pieces that, hey, we want to go with this guy, we want to go with that guy. And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, listen, we fucked up on this signing, cut the guy. You know what I'm saying? We cut this guy, but that's not gonna stop us from investing into this team because there's revenue sharing, there's money that's being distributed for watching the games online or listening to them online or whatever. There's money coming in all over the place. So there's no excuses for you to tell me, no, we don't have no money to spend. It's bullshit. We're the Miami Marlins. We live in South Florida. This is a hot spot in the United States where people want to come here, not just the United States, like worldwide. People come here internationally. And so you're telling me that the soccer team, the International Miami, you know what I'm saying, it just blew up. All of a sudden, everybody just loves the team because we got a Messi. You're telling me, like, if we're just going to do a stunt show and we're going to be a shit show, but we're not going to win any games, what's wrong with going out and signing controversial guys like a Trevor Bauer? Right? People talking about, oh, we don't want to Trevor Bauer because all this allegations and all this bullshit. The same shit with Aroldis Chapman. He got signed by the Pirates. Look at Marcelo Ozuna, right? He did some
Yeah.
some shit that he broke some laws. And I'm a big Marcelo Ozuna fan when he was a Marlin, right? Braves Nation took him, they signed him. Then everybody wanted him gone. Everybody wanted him gone. But at the end of the game, nobody gives a fuck. Once you're on the field, you're producing. All fans care about is winning. Nobody's cared about what Marcel. Hey, I'm Marcel from the Braves. I saw an elite jersey the other day. Somebody wrote that on the back of their Braves jersey. Said Marcel from the Braves. Bro, people just care about winning. So now that the Braves put that to the side and they don't care about Ozuna, you know what I'm saying? All his allegations, they don't give a fuck about that now because they're winners. Why should we care? Like if you tell me, hey, we're blowing it up, we're gonna make it entertaining anyway. That's what Loria did, and I hate Loria. He made it entertaining anyway. He went out. He signed old
At
timers like
least he
ECY.
signed some guys.
Yeah. But that's all we do is we sign old guys past their prime. Like it's only a matter of time until we sign Andrew McCutcheon. He's gonna be 40 soon. So
Right.
once he hits
Because it's
40,
a
he'll be a
big name.
Marlin.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, to touch on that, like with the Trevor Bauer thing, like I think Trevor Bauer, unless he's been charged, right? We live in a free country. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. He hasn't been charged with anything. It's obvious that Major League Baseball is blackballing him for whatever reason because it doesn't fit their social agenda in today's society. I mean, he should be on a major league roster right now. There's really no excuse for it. And this is coming from somebody that is like adamant about, doing the right thing. Like if you do the wrong thing, you break the law, you gotta serve your time. You gotta pay your dues. But he hasn't been charged with anything. And to me, that it's a travesty that Major League Baseball and the teams, the owners as a whole, not one of them has the balls to sign this guy. Like,
I
and
mean,
whoever's listening to the pod, like I'm sure there's some of you that think the opposite, but that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to state my opinion. Trevor Bauer should be on a Major League Baseball team, but it's not going to happen. And honestly, I don't think signing him is going to move the needle on this team's direction. I think this organization is so screwed up internally and they have so many issues that one signing, two signings aren't going to fix things. And I started to realize that as soon as the season started. I mean, once we were going 0-9, 1-11, it's like this team is not good. Like the whole magic from last season's over. It's a new club. Like it's not going to happen this year. And that's where I started saying, blow it up. Just bite the bullet and blow it up right now.
three things that you just touch on everything you said. One, in this country, you can be charged with something, but you're innocent till proven guilty. All right, so people got to remember that part of the law.
Yep.
Right. Two, make it entertaining for the fans, bro. Like, communicate with us. You know what I'm saying? Like all this hora loca, $5 beers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
people
The
don't like.
promotions and stuff.
Yeah, like the promotions could be cool, but like if you don't have any like product on the field that people are really like moving the needle to go see, then what the hell are we gonna go see? The only constant
Right.
thing that this organization has seen in the history of time is constant change, in the front office, constant change at the manager position, and constant uniform change. That's the only constant that's been the Miami Marlins. And it's sad to say it. Like I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, bro, don't like we got like you go to the stadium, we go to our home park, and it's supposed to give you this home field advantage. You go to the Braves' hometown, their home stadium. You go to the Mets. You go to the Red Sox. Wherever you go, you feel like you're at home, like at their home,
Right.
right? You go play at Lone Depot, you're at Fenway South, New York Mets South, Yankee South, because this is the second home of all those other ball clubs. Because we don't put anything for these fans to really get behind. I'm from Miami. I love Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere I go, like I see somebody rocking a Marlins hat, like your hat. I might be in the middle of no, I might be in Alaska. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? At the airport, at the terminal, and I'll see that I'm like, damn, bro. I feel the few, the proud, the Marlins fans.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
because
taking away
there's
from
only a few of them. I've seen maybe
yeah,
5, like just casually wearing a Marlins hat, and you spot them out, and it's like, oh, yo, what's up, man? Like,
yeah. You
you could
you
be
a real
in the
one. Can I get you a bigger one?
right,
You want one?
right. But the issue, like, it just comes down to you said it best, like communication. Peter Bendix, the whole dry answers, and Sherman doesn't. What is Bruce Sherman doing? Last time I heard, he's recovering from a knee surgery. Like, you got to wonder how invested he is. I don't think he's invested at all. I mean, he's not, because if he was, he'd be spending money. He would be doing something. My whole thing is communicate what your plan is. Communicate, all right, so you don't feel that this team is consistent. You want to restart. You want to, upgrade the farm system. I'm behind that. I honestly am. Like, but you got to come out and do it. You haven't done it. If you knew in December that you weren't going to go for it in 2024, that you're going to push everything to 2025, 2026, then why is Luzardo still on this roster? Why is Luis Arias still on this roster? Why have you not shopped these guys, when they're at their peak value? That's the biggest thing. Because now you put yourself in a position where, okay, so not only my major league team is 6-19, we haven't scored in 20 damn innings, but I look at my farm system and it's so bad that I can DFA my 9th-ranked prospect in Jacob Amaya and not give a second thought. That I can have guys like Dane Myers and Troy Johnston waste away in AAA and not even give them a second thought to call them up. Let them see what they got. What do you got to lose? Your 2 best prospects, 2 pitchers you drafted last year, super high ceilings, but they're 4 or 5 years away. Nothing from the farm is coming up to immediately help you, especially on the hitting side. Like, it's barren. So start breaking it down, start trading these guys. And it's too late now, because now the value's starting to decrease. I think the whole thing is we got to wait and see around the deadline, maybe next off season. But I was listening to Locked On Marlins today, and shout out to Peter Pratt, one of my favorite Marlins fans. Yeah, Peter Pratt. He's the UK GOAT over in England, and he's just starting to say, you as a fan, like, what are you watching it for at this point? And that's a good question, because people got to start asking themselves. I watch it because, I love the team. I love the team, and I'm going to continue to love the team just like you. But the fan base deserves better, man. They just do.
Honest to God, bro. Hey, listen, this is the first time in a long time that I actually took the advice of former Marlin Giancarlo Stanton when he got traded to the Yankees. Said, listen, guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the city of Miami. I know the fans love the city of Miami too. But my advice to them is just keep watching them, but just watch them from a distance. And that's pretty much what I'm doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that know me, like, I suffer from rosacea. So whenever I get to, like, I get mad or I get angry or stressed, my stress levels go up. I suffer from, like, acne, right? Look at my face, bro. I ain't got no acne, baby. I ain't got no acne.
You ain't stressed no more.
I was like, bro, the Marlins don't give a fuck. Why should I give a fuck? It's sad to say it, but, like, bro, the most common phrase out here in Miami is ganando como nunca y perdiendo como siempre, which is winning like never and losing like always. That's our Marlins.
Right. The hope I have is one day this team is going to figure it out organizationally. I'm not throwing the book out on Bendix. I'm really not, because maybe he has a plan, and maybe his plan works. Maybe they hit off this draft and draft 2-3 guys that just become generational type players and talents for this team. I'm not going to write them off right now, but I do wish they can communicate their plan to the fan base. And I wish that in 2-3 years we see the Marlins return to the playoffs. Maybe next year. Who knows? Like, every season, it's going to be the same for me. Like, I'm going to go into it and be like, 0-0. Every team has hope. And it sucks because I love baseball season. I love the summer. Like, it's my favorite season. I love, going to a ball game, cracking open a beer, just sitting at home, watching on the TV, listening to Kyle Seeloff on the radio. And just, last year when I was watching it, and you're living and dying with every win, every loss. And this year it's just nothing. It's kind of like, I saw another tweet by Peter Pratt. Shout out to him again. And he said pretty much like it was during the Cubs series. The Marlins win, and it's just he doesn't know how to feel about it. It's like there's no excitement. And I was thinking to myself, it's a numbing feeling. It's numb. Like, the Marlins win, and I'm like, I have no emotional response to it. It's like, oh, cool, we won, and we're 15 games under 500. Like, it means nothing. At this point, I'm rooting for players. I'm rooting for action, I guess is the right word. Like, anything to drive this organization forward, I'm rooting for. Whether that's somebody getting called up, somebody traded, development like Edward Cabrera, Ryan Weathers. Like I love seeing those guys develop. And then you take Max Meyer and then throw him back in AAA. Like what the hell are we doing?
Opening number 3, that's what we doing.
And you still got the game tonight. You still got the game tonight.
Don't worry, man. I got the. I don't want to mess up the camera angle, but I got the fridge. I got it stacked up. We ready. We ready. I went and got me
Oh
a
my
24
goodness.
Coronas and a 12 some IPAs. I got something to hold me down for a little bit.
Sixto Sanchez starting tonight, first time in 4 years. So that's a positive note. We'll go a little positive note. To kind of mix things up, give me 1 to 2 positive notes of the season. I know we were kind of bashing this team and rightfully so, voicing our frustrations, but give me a couple positive notes that you've taken away so far as we wrap this up.
Well, man, I'll tell you something positive. I'll stick with on Jake Berger. Right before he went down on the IL, he was RBI machine. Guys came over. He's really adapted to being in South Florida and just getting RBIs. And you know what I'm saying? The pop might not be there, but when he has been on the field, he's been producing. He was tied with Jorge Cantu. I think it was for 9 games in a row. Maybe I'm confusing him with Brian De La Cruz with an RBI streak. DLC been doing his thing. He's due for a breakout campaign, rightfully so. Hopefully he can seize the opportunity and play himself out of South Florida, man. He's a guy that we got from the Astros, and he's been producing because the Astros know how to produce hitters. The Marlins franchise over the history of time has only known how to produce pitchers. So, like you said before, we DFA'd Miguel Maya, the number 9 prospect, for nothing. It tells you something's wrong with our organization. So hopefully, Peter can figure it out, and him and his other 4 assistant general managers can figure it out and bring some actual homegrown talent to this team. Because damn, we fucking need it. And another positive note: Avisael Garcia is responding to our boos, baby. How about that? Huh?
That
He's
is
responding
true.
to our boos. So everybody keep booing him. Boo, Avi! Boo! I went to the last game I went to. I said, yo, I was about by the Budweiser bar. I feel like an asshole. I feel like a bully at this stage, but I'm frustrated. Avi, put yourself in my shoes, bro. Come on. We paid you. We didn't ever pay nobody. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be frustrated somehow. Anyway.
Yeah, he's having a good season.
Good.
I mean, compared to last year, I'd say it's good. It's better. It's better. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
dude, like that's what I'm saying. My standards are so low for this team right now. It's so sad.
Let the
Like,
team be trash, and then Avi has a career year. Typical.
right. Yeah. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. He'll end up with 20 homers, and on paper, it's like, dude,
And he helps.
if
He
you only
helps
knew
a
the whole
team.
story.
He helps some team clinch a playoff berth.
Right. Well, that would be a classic, man.
Oh man. The Cincinnati
But
Reds make it into the wild card. That
uh,
All-Star break pickup and Avisael Garcia winning the. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, I can see it
yeah.
now.
I do hope for De La Cruz. Like, I love De La Cruz. I think he's a really funny guy, funny player to
Preach
watch.
point.
Just though, everything his mannerisms. It's great to see him start off hot. You mentioned Berger, who was leading the league actually in RBIs when he went down. And then the big guys for me, at the beginning of the year, I podcasted about them, Ryan Weathers and Max Meyer. Ryan Weathers having a really solid start to the season. Max Meyer, I think he's going to be special. I think you're going to see this team be anchored by Yori, by Max, and hopefully Ryan Weathers and Sandy Alcantara. Edward Cabrera was really intrigued to see his start. Struck out 10, and then he comes back out. Little shaky on the control. It's always been his issue. I don't know what the Marlins' long-term plans with him are. I'd like to see them try to build around all these guys, all the starting pitchers. So anytime they're on the mound, I love, seeing how they do, because that's kind of really the biggest bright spot is the rotation. It has been for the last 3 years. started off slow. They weren't pitching deep into games, but you got some young talent there. And there's an old saying, grow the arms, buy the bats. Well, you can't grow the arms and then just don't spend anything. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. We got the game in a couple hours as they try to avoid getting swept. Still haven't won a series. But what can you do? As fans, just sit back and watch.
Light a
Or if you're like
candle and
Alex,
light a
light a
candle and
candle.
pray to the baseball god, Santo Fellow. Please. Please.
Please. We got to get a win. Got to get a win. Anytime we beat the Braves, that's my World Series this year. I hate that team so much. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, are the Braves gonna win today? And I say no, no, no.
Oh man. Well, Alex, I want to thank you for coming on the show tonight, brother. It was fun to record. This is going to be posted tomorrow, Thursday. So for those of you listening on pod, watching on YouTube, recording this Wednesday night. So right before the Braves game, me and Alex are recording this. Going to be uploaded Thursday morning. So just for all you guys out there. But thank you for coming on.
Drill Acuna in the ass. Cement your name in Marlins legacy.
Shout out Jose Urania. All right, man. Thank you for coming on.
All right, Jay. Thanks for having me on. Alex Contreras signing out. Cheers, everybody. Stay fresh. Keep that beer fridge full, baby. And go Marlins and good times.
Let's go fish. As always. Go Marlins.